Well, hello everyone. This is the Shank Show with myself, Shanka Ponsley, and my lovely.
Andrea Ferguson.
How are you today, Andrea?
I'm doing great.
Okay. We have the title of our show today, What Do You Do? Is something that we hear so often when we network in person or virtually, or maybe in a hybrid fashion. And it is quite important that you know how to answer that, because if you don't know what you solve for whom, then it's really difficult to convince anyone that they should work with you. Now, it's a very simple idea, and we hear so much about mission statements and
Yeah.
all of these things. And I
Mhm.
just really, one thing that gets on my nerves in marketing, Andrea, is that we have a tendency in this industry to overcomplicate things. We
Yeah.
really do. And I really want to encourage everyone to kind of, I have set myself, my personal self, a goal to break these things down into way simpler concepts.
Mm.
So here's my proposal. What do you do? Okay, let's do this. What problem do you solve for whom? That's really what should go on your website or into your elevator pitch. 10 or 15 seconds. All right. So I took my own medicine and revisited the website this morning that we have, shanks.com, and I reworked a little bit of that content in the hero area, which, by the way, I can tell you that about 80% of the website visitors that you will ever have will only see your hero area. Nobody scrolls down, nobody goes and explores the menus. It happens, no, but most people look at your hero area and then they take about 3 seconds to decide whether they want to explore more, see more, or not. So, Andrea, maybe I want to hear your thoughts on this, and then maybe we can share the screen that shows our website, and then we can get a little bit into the rationale of what we did there.
I'm sorry, what is the question?
The question is, what is your? See, Andrea is always multitasking, so she was probably like,
No,
she's
it
just
was a long
blabbering
intro.
on.
First of all, welcome back. Welcome back, because I think this is the first time you've been back
Yeah.
to do a Shank Show live with me
Mhm.
here in San Antonio. So welcome back.
Woohoo! And hello, Jason. I see you have put in a comment there. Good to see you with us.
Yeah, we have missed you dearly, and I know I cannot be the only one. So yes, Jason, thank you for being here. Okay, so the question is,
I mean, just anything you have to add to what I said, really.
so it's not really a question.
No, it's not a question. It's
Was
an
it?
invitation to you also sharing your opinion, Andrea, because we are a team.
Yeah. Well, a lot was said, so I had a lot of questions, a lot of things to say, and now I'm just trying to figure out where I should start, because I think about there's a lot of things changing, the way that people interact with sites, and I think you always talk about the attention span just going down and down and down and down and down. And there's also these really cool things on websites called heat maps, so we can actually tell through technology where people will put their attention. So, I mean, it was kind of abstract because you weren't sharing the site when you were talking about it, but I would imagine, so the hero, so that everybody knows, that's that image in the back, like
Well,
the
let's
first
show that now what it is.
We'll go ahead.
Here you go. So our hero area is what you see right now, also known as the above the fold. You know, it's basically the first thing you see is the hero area. And Andrea, I don't know if you are using some sound. Are you using some sound effects right now, Andrea?
No.
Okay. So anyway, I interrupted you. Go on, Andrea.
So, yeah, that hero area, it's that place where you're supposed to grab the attention of people. It's supposed to set the tone, establish that overall look and feel. There needs to be some kind of visual element that's creating this emotional connection to the visitor, and you want to just make sure that you have captured enough to help them scroll or browse and do all of those things, and communicate effectively with your value proposition, and all of those kinds of things. So I think the mission in a nutshell, and I don't want to take over because I know that you have quite a bit that you wanted to talk about, because this was very intent thought with intention, and I just wanted to say that things are evolving and they're changing, and we're not browsing in the same way that we used to before.
Yeah, I mean, I think what is important when you look at your website is, does it follow contemporary trends? And does it follow trends of websites that work for you, right? So what I did this morning, and you should do the same, I went and looked at 3 or 4 websites that I really liked, and for me, that is the Apple website, apple.com. That is in a competitor in our industry is Patient Pop, POP. And then also I looked at the DJI website, which is that company that sells us drones, where we spend a lot of money. And I looked at HubSpot. Okay. And everything, I saw a commonality, and that is a very, very clean first impression, very little text. Okay, less text than I even have here. So I'm not sure if I can open a second window. Yeah, okay. So let's take a look at that quickly, so you know what I mean. So here we have Apple. Okay, we have 2 lines of text and then a big visual. Then we have DJI. Again, we have 2 lines of text and visual. Call to action here, buy now. Apple call to action, buy now and learn more. Then the website I mentioned, Patient Pop, which is somewhat of a competitor to us. We have this big, bold, like line, a little bit of explanation, and then a call to action. We have a visual here. And the other one, HubSpot. HubSpot always is a good reference to best practices in marketing, really. So, Andrea, can you see what I mean by the commonality here is basically very little text with a call to action and a visual?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I mean, the whole purpose is to grab that attention of the visitor and help convey that key message, like I said, or the value proposition right away. I love that you say it's not cluttered. Heroes or images are usually accompanied by that headline or call to action. And it's really just supposed to be invitational. And I think that it is. Learn more, buy. It's setting that tone. We know that iPhone is very sleek and clear. They have these very focused visual points, and it's just all very functional, but it's, these nice visual cues that are clear enough for the user to know what to do. And I think that that's one of the most frustrating things working in marketing, is because your client is going to be, for sure, experts at what they do. If they're not, I don't know if it's a good idea to do, just in case you are a marketer. I don't know if it's a good idea to do business with clients that aren't good at their craft. Like, I don't even know if it's ethical to promote. It's different if somebody has all the theory and knowledge. Let's say they come from college and they're, or or whatever, like residents that just
Right.
get out of med school. I mean, okay, yeah, they haven't maybe operated on someone, but they have all of that's different. I'm saying if somebody is not good in their field or they don't know what they're doing, I don't know what it means to partner with them for you. That could be kind of difficult. But just in general, when we're working with healthcare professionals whose business we're trying to help grow, um, it's frustrating because they're just absolutely amazing at what they do. So much so that that confidence kind of spills over into all of the things that should be on the web. And I mean, whether you're a benefits advisor or a doctor or a nurse or a psychologist or whatever, I'm telling you there's science behind specific language to use on pages, even like calls to action and how much goes where, and all of these things are fields of study because it is that important to the visitor that's going landing on your page. Like clarity means so much. If nobody understands what you're trying to do, you haven't captured their attention. You've just confused them either with a bunch of, and we all fall prey to it. So I'm not necessarily like bashing all the healthcare people out there. Don't go ham. But I am saying that there's a beauty to simplicity, and I know that it's so in us to want to put all of the things all at once, and how about this video and that and this, and it just
Mhm.
becomes like too overwhelming even if it's really good content. So I would say listen to whoever your web people are. If they know what they're doing, listen to them. They've studied it out. They have amazing people. I know we have amazing people on our team, and I just think I like the direction that we're moving in. And like you said, there are trends, there are changes. So what was true yesterday or yesteryear, as some say, is not necessarily true today. It's important to stay up to date. It's important to get that down.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrea. So let's look a little bit at what I did here with the website, because I really, one thing that we have to acknowledge is that this is a product, this is a product, this is a service, and this is a service, right? So I can kind of already eliminate product because we don't sell products. I'm going to eliminate Apple and DJI. And now I find myself with two service-based websites that I really like. And I can tell I have this like bold headline, a description, and then a call to action, and then here a visual. Same here, right? So coming here to our site, Andrea, one thing that I noticed right away is that there's the call to action missing here, right? So we have to add that. But I want to go a little bit into how I came up with choosing this. And the reason really is, okay, yeah, automatically you kind of know what we do, but also I want you to understand the thought process that went into this. Okay, so the bold headline here is obviously very, very important. And when we look at patient pop here, everything your practice needs to thrive. Okay, so they chose to put thrive into a different color. So clearly, this is what problem they solve for whom. In one simple sentence, practice implies that you have a practice. Thrive implies that you have a busy practice. HubSpot. Grow better with HubSpot. All right. So growing implies that someone needs to increase their business. It kind of also implies that they have a business, and it implies that they need to do some kind of online marketing things to grow. And I kind of went back and said, okay, what if I understand my target audience? Okay, and you need to ask yourself that question: do you understand your target audience? Do you know what keeps them up at night? Do you know what is one of the big problems that you can solve for them? If I understand my target audience, how can I explain in their words, not my words, what it is that they need? Okay, and here it is, your partner in growing your healthcare business. Why partner? is because Andrea and I, we have discovered that the best way of marketing and of branding is involving the clients that we work with in the whole process of content creation and of brand positioning. Growing is very obvious. It's the same reason HubSpot put grow on there, is because it's a business that needs to have more patience, that needs to have more revenue. And then, of course, I chose healthcare business, and I chose to add business. I did not go with a practice. First of all, because we serve people that work in businesses that are not practices, and second of all, a business that's a lot of physicians that we support. They come out of the employee role where they might have worked for a hospital or another bigger group, and now they find themselves having to grow a business, and they literally realize, okay, this is a business now. It's very different, and I need to act as a business owner. So that is when I am in an elevator and someone asks me, what does Shanks, your company, do? I want it, and I have 2 seconds. I'll say, we partner and help healthcare professionals grow their healthcare businesses. Anything to add there, Andrea?
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sure it'll come back, and I'm talking like a waterfall, so it's easy to forget. Now, I'm gonna go into that supportive description line here, the subheader, if you will. We help healthcare professionals prioritize their communities' well-being by helping them reach more people. So this is actually what I did. Is I researched the Hippocratic Oath, and I found a line in there that spoke about the well-being of communities and of people, and that really resonated with me. And I know it resonates with the healthcare professionals that we like to work with, because you need to understand that not everybody who falls within your target audience might be someone that you want to work with. They need to have the right ethics, the right mindset, the right drive. And I feel like by adding this, it really attracts the right kind of people. I know of Dr. Roger Muchkemba, I know of Dr. Zengeli, and we have many other examples. I know of the Pickets, who really are interested in doing their business, but also increasing the well-being of their communities. Why did I choose healthcare professionals? I could have put doctors. I chose healthcare professionals because that is an all-encompassing term for a group of people we serve. And I actually went and added who that is to our LinkedIn page. So I'm going to bring that up here briefly. And this is my personal LinkedIn page. But here we have our company page. So I'm going to view that as a member. And then here in the about, I added, our clients include doctors, nurses, dentists, pharmacists, therapists, technicians, benefits advisors, and many other types of professionals who work to promote the health and well-being of individuals. And I think that is very important in your main message on your website, is that your target audience recognizes themselves in it. So if you want to be concise, you need to really think about who are healthcare professionals. We here at Shanks, we like working with medical doctors, but we also love chiropractors. We have speech therapists. We have even we support businesses that are in the rehab, drug and alcohol rehab industry. So that is why that sentence was picked right there. Andrea, did you remember, or should I go on?
You can go on.
Okay. So and then we have the final kind of sentence here where this is speaking directly to the person that reads this. That's why I chose the you, starting with you. You are the expert in healing people. We know how to grow your visibility and guide your business's growth. That's very important to let them know, to let the site visitor know that we know they are in the business of healing people, however they choose to do that. But we know, and that assumes that they don't know that and they need help with that. We know how to grow their visibility, and we do that online and offline actually, and we can guide them in their business's growth because we have so much exposure. We're not just a marketing agency per se. We have really a consulting component where we have such a strong network and we have so much exposure to different agents that make up the network of some of what surrounds a healthcare professional, and we can definitely coordinate and orchestrate and advise. So that there right now just shows how much thought should go into these seemingly simple 3 lines here or 3 sentences. It's actually 4, right? 4 sentences that really should be selected in a very aware way. And once you've done that work, now you want to take that and create brand consistency. Like take that and transfer it to your LinkedIn account and anywhere else you want to represent your company and let people know what it is that you do. Andrea.
Shankar.
Come on, Andrea. I know you have so many thoughts, and it's just like it's okay to be repetitive. Let me close this here.
I do feel like you covered it all. I don't think there's anything I want to double down on.
Okay, so I can accept that. So one thing that I will then leave our viewers with, like, if you have any questions, you can type them in the comments. They should come into our studio environment here. If not, if you see that as a recording, then still put in a comment and we'll get back to you later. Something that I want to leave you with is a community that we have started that we refer to as the Shanks VIP group. And what that does, if you join us there, it's actually free to join, is you get a daily email that either Andrea and I compose, and it gives you an idea of what to talk about on that particular day, so that you can increase your impact that you have with your healthcare business. Is very important because one thing that happened a few days ago, Andrea, and I'm very kind of passionate about it, is we have this artificial intelligence that helps people talk and talk and talk in a very easy way. And that's great. You know, it's a tool that everybody should leverage. But also, like, what do we need to do as business owners to actually move the needle for us in 2023? And you can no longer rely just on content. Content is no longer the only king in the room. It really
I love
is.
that. We'll have to have an entire separate conversation about that.
You want to create communities and learning experiences for your audiences. And that's basically why I offer you to be part of the community. Go to shanks.vip, enter your information, you'll become part of our community, and you'll see it'll be good for you and your business. It really will be. All right. Well, Andrea, I don't know. I think I might have covered everything I needed to say. And last chance, Andrea. Last chance.
Thanks for being with us today, y'all. We appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. See you again very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.